the one thing I absolutely hate about Wicked, I think should be illegal or is grounds for electric chair, is the line that Bach has in Dancing Through Life where he says, Nessa, I've got something to confess. Oh my god. Why did they leave
I
that in the movie? I hate
I
it
like
so
it.
much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Baby, that's cunt.
a special Wicked bonus edition where we talk about Wicked.
Review the movie, even, I would say. Uh, I'm Kip, who it turns out did not know that much about Wicked.
And I'm Joseph, someone who thinks he knows a lot about Wicked, but turns out maybe not so much. Did you
Um,
never see the show?
well, okay, before we get into it, we should just say this will contain spoilers. So
Oh,
if you don't want to be spoiled, then please come back and listen once you have seen the movie. Um, Now that that has been said, okay. So here's what happened with me. I saw it one time, and it was in London, and it was the first time I'd ever been, and we went the first day we got there. So I was like jet lagged and exhausted, and I was like, I vividly remember like falling asleep, but it was so good and so loud that it was the only it kept me awake. And then I obviously know some of the songs and things, but like didn't read the book, did not really know the plot.
okay.
Did you feel very confident going into it? You knew what was going to happen.
Yes, and so I mean, I knew the main plot of it. I just was a little confused on some of the details of like it's near the end of the movie. Like I feel like that's where things get a little shaky for me, I guess. Like
Yeah.
I thought like Elphaba went to Oz like or the Emerald City multiple times in the stage show, but maybe not. So that didn't happen. And I was like, oh, we're here.
Yeah. um well, why don't we start with did you like the movie?
Okay. So yeah, I guess I will say I'll preface all the criticisms that I have with I loved the movie. I do think it's like a 10 out of 10, especially as far as like movie musicals go.
Yeah.
So any criticisms I have, I do still think it was amazing, and it's just kind of like nitpicking, I guess, because I thought it was so good already.
Yeah. It was great and so beautifully shot. Like I think even if you don't really like musicals, you just enjoy like a good movie, I think you could watch the movie, enjoy it, and follow along.
Yeah, I think so. I wanted to ask you, like, maybe before we get into the wickedness of it all, but
Yeah.
like, do you
It's
have a
so
favorite?
wicked.
Do you have a favorite movie musical, or do you not like the
Yeah.
genre?
Oh, I love the genre. My absolute favorite of all time is Evita, which I don't think you've
Okay,
seen.
never seen her. I have heard of it.
It's so good. It's an Andrew Lloyd Webber show, and it started on Broadway, and it
Hmm.
turned into a musical. Madonna plays Evita, and you got to watch it. It's so good. I've seen it a million times. I
Okay,
own the DVD.
I might add it to my list.
It's like good, and Antonio Banderas is in it as like he's the
Ooh,
narrator, but he exists in some way. It's like it's a really good movie.
okay.
What is
I
yours?
think honestly, I think for me it's Hairspray.
Okay.
I was talking about this with my husband the other day, and there's like so many iconic people in the movie.
Yeah. Which
Like,
version is your favorite?
oh, well, the new one, like the original one is kind of fun and wild, but
Yeah.
for some reason when I saw Hairspray, I was like, I don't know when it came out. We were probably like early teens,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I just really latched onto it. Like I saw it with my one of my childhood friends, and then so like we would always like sing the songs and stuff afterwards,
Yeah.
which
Which of
like
course featured Nikki Blonsky,
infamous, the infamous Nikki Blonsky.
who once someone bought me an incredible cameo. We should post the cameo.
That would be a fun little bonus. But anyways, like in the movie, it's like Amanda Bynes, icon. John Travolta in fat drag, iconic. Christopher Walken is in it. Queen Latifah is in it. Zac Efron. I don't know. Brittany Snow. Oh man, who is the one that plays Brittany Snow's mom? Her name's, I'm blanking on the name. Oh, she's like a hot, I don't want to say older woman, but she is now.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay.
I just think the songs are really fun, and it's like a fun one to watch.
Yeah. So why do you bring it up?
Well, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, but why did you ask the question?
Oh, I was just curious, like, what we're comparing it to. Like, I think Les Mis is a really well done movie musical, but it's like you can only watch something that brutal like so many times.
Oh, I agree with that, but so beautifully shot.
Yeah.
Although Russell Crowe can't sing.
Well, yeah.
But we need to have people who can't sing in musicals because I can't sing and I would, of course, love to sing in a musical.
Same. I watched the musical and I'm like, I know I could do that, but it wouldn't be good.
Oh my god, so true. But Wicked had excellent singing, I would say.
I would agree. So I think we both saw it in the IMAX format.
Only way to see it, in my opinion.
I'm really glad I did because I thought the audio actually was really, the quality was really good. Like sometimes in movies, I feel like they just blow up the audio and it's just really loud and annoying. But I thought the singing was very clear and impressive in the IMAX.
I agree with that. The movie did not have as many songs as I thought it was going to have.
Well, it is famously half the show.
Sure.
I guess that was actually kind of one of my criticisms, I think, is like, I feel like it's not that the movie dragged on, but I feel like there was a slow part where there was like a gap between the songs, like between, I think, The Wizard and I and Dancing Through Life, there was like a bit with no songs.
Yeah. Well, it is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and from what my husband said, the stage show is hard to follow, and obviously the movie gets to really flesh out the true storyline a little bit, or a lot of it more. So now I feel like I really get it. For instance, I did not know that Glinda is the bad one.
What do you mean by that?
She's actually the bad witch. Literally, Elphaba goes to try to like save wizard kind and the animals, and Glinda stays with the wizard to be safe.
Yeah, she definitely is giving like class traitor, although she is the upper class, but if it was giving very much like, I don't want to take it there, but like I know Glinda voted for Trump.
Well, no, I mean that's what's crazy about the movie. It's such a metaphor for current times.
I know. I didn't realize it was going to feel so close to real life.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Dr. Dillimond.
Yeah.
Remember the rumor that Idina Menzel was going to play Dr. Dillimond?
Okay, I did not hear that rumor.
Well, isn't it funny now that you know it?
That is a fun rumor. I wish you had believed in it so it could be true.
Yeah, it's on me.
What was your favorite song?
My favorite song? Well, okay, not to be... Well, Dancing Through Life was really fun. And Bailey did such a good job in it. He did such a good job of playing straight.
I mean, I feel like he was playing bisexual.
Yeah.
They were really leading into that, I thought. Of like, he was like flirting with the guys also.
Yeah, I agree with that. But But yeah, that was probably the most fun overall song. Because Popular was obviously good, but it was a little like... Well, what was your favorite song? For I shit on them all.
So my favorite song was The Wizard and I think that was the one I was
Yeah.
most looking forward to. I thought they did really good job with it, and Cynthia brought like, I feel like she really fleshed out the emotion of the song really well
Mm-hmm.
in
This
the
is the one
way
where
that
she's
she
running
sang
through the
it.
field.
Yeah, and she like flies through the air and she jumps
Yeah.
the jump. They did the part um in it I really enjoyed, which was she went in like that one little area near the beginning of the song with the colored like light filters,
Okay.
where she talked about the wizard's like saying like, I can stop you from being green basically, and it like shows what she looked like without the green makeup for a second.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was a really fun touch.
Oh, yeah. They also did such a good job with the green makeup. Like, it really looked real, not like makeup.
Yeah, especially there's a lot of like really nice close-ups of her face and you really cannot tell.
Yeah, absolutely. She was the biggest surprise for me, Cynthia. Because like I knew she would be good, to be clear, but she was like great. I really liked her in the role.
She really like blew me away. Like I knew she was going to be good. Like first of all, the singing is like, we knew that was going to be amazing, but like the
Yeah.
acting of it all I was really impressed with.
No, I 100% agree. And then, I mean, Ari was excellent too. I just always thought Ari was perfect for the role, and I wasn't sure about Cynthia. And so Ari did like a great job, I thought, but nothing like unexpected for me.
I thought she slayed it. When that for me the best part of Ariana was the opening number, the No One Mourns the Wicked, where she
Hmm.
comes in the bubble. And after watching that number, I was like, it could be over right now. Like that's all we get, and I would be satisfied. Like that's how
Yeah,
good I thought the opening number was.
I agree. Oh man, did you see Sam Salter dance?
I was looking, but hard
His
to
face,
tell.
his face was the only face on the screen for 1 second, and I did clock it.
In
But I
that
don't think I
song.
saw him again. Yeah, in that huge opening number, he was like one of the
Oh,
dancers.
yeah. I thought she did a great job of like the emotion of like, everybody is mourning my best friend dying, but she's
Yeah.
like pretending to be happy. But if you know Wicked, what you see isn't always the truth.
Oh yeah, it's so true. Well, I also didn't know. There's so many things I didn't know. I didn't know that. What's Elphaba's sister's name?
Nessa,
Yeah, I didn't know Nessa is another Wicked Witch.
well, famously, if you've seen The Wizard of Oz.
Well, guess what? Saw it a long time ago. It scares me.
I used to be afraid of it too.
Which part?
Um, like the flying monkeys, and when she goes
Yeah.
in the tornado and the witch rides by on the broom out the window.
Oh, that is scary. For me, it's always been flying monkeys as like a non-starter.
Huh.
Um, and that's what we learn in Wicked is how the flying monkeys come to be. It was a real
And
revelation for me.
you
And they're
goofed.
terrifying. Yeah.
Okay, I will say, why did they have to put the jump scare in the movie? Big
Yeah, I agree.
spoilers, I guess, unless you want to be scared. I literally died when that happened.
Yeah. No, it was very scary. I thought, what did you think of Popular?
Popular, I thought was fun. I liked it. Like it reminded me of The Parent Trap when the twins like they're like beefing. There's like a montage of them like fighting with each other, and like one turns the light on and the other one shuts the light off. I was like,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
giving me very that.
Yeah,
It
that
was
is
fun.
funny.
Did you not like it?
I liked it, to be clear, but I guess that was the only, I guess, thing I thought was interesting was like Ari didn't get any major like vocal moments, I feel.
I thought they were adding songs, but then there wasn't anything new.
Well, the only thing I'll say to that is that like Act One is famously like all the good stuff, and Act Two is not. So I feel like we're gonna get those in the second movie.
They're gonna zhuzh it up.
I think they have to.
They did extend Popular a little bit, like at the end of the song, to give her a few more la la las.
Oh yeah, I went to pee after Popular, which it turns out is a bad time to go pee because I learned what I missed was a big moment.
What was that? I don't remember.
I missed the part. Then it goes to the classroom and they take Dr. Dillimond away.
Oh, yeah. That's where the class traitoring begins.
Yeah, it's true. But my husband, one of his many great traits, he is the best recapper I know. Like, if I miss something, which happens a lot, he is so good at, like, really explaining what happened in a way that, like, I just don't know that I pay enough attention to things to be able to recap that way.
Well, then, what are we doing here?
Well, I think I'm doing well enough.
It's okay. I don't remember anything that happened either.
Did you have any disappointments or any people you thought were not great in their roles? Because I have one.
Yeah, maybe this is controversial. I don't know. Can't see how it would be, but I don't think that the Nessa performance was that good. It just seemed really like flat to me. And then I also don't remember her like being a bitch to Elphaba in the stage play, but in the movie, that's not the actress's fault. That's the character, I guess. But
yeah,
it's just like we're supposed to feel bad for you when you die later, when you were being a bitch to her the whole time. Like, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Mine was that, and we didn't talk about this, so I'm curious your thoughts. I did not think that Michelle Yeoh was a very good Madam Morrible. I thought it should have been played by Meryl Streep.
I think that would have been a more like I think she would have gave a performance truer to the stage show. But they kind of like I feel like they changed the character a little bit to make her truly seem like more evil, which maybe that's how the book was. I don't know.
Mm.
I really want Michelle Yeoh to not have to play that character for once.
Yeah.
She is good at it, but
it was decent. There were just these moments where, you know, she just like maybe her voice is too weak or whatever. It was mostly the acting parts for me. Where she was just really not giving enough in my opinion.
I mean, I like her a lot, so maybe I wasn't noticing. Yeah.
It was just the one character I didn't think was properly cast.
How'd you feel about Bach?
Okay, the fact that that is Ariana's man is so funny and crazy to me.
I know, I can't believe.
But I will say I liked him better after having seen him actually like perform. I'm like, oh, you can act.
Yeah, I thought he actually did pretty good. I will say I put this out on the internet. The one thing I absolutely hate about Wicked and think should be illegal or is grounds for electric chair is the line that Bach has in Dancing Through Life where he says, Nessa, I've got something to confess. Oh my God. Why did they leave that in the movie? I hate it
like
so
it.
much.
I
Ruben
love
loves it.
Right.
I hate it. It's so, ugh.
Well, it sounds like you've been outvoted.
I guess.
I don't know if I noticed it, but when you said it, it made me laugh, so.
Well, if you listen to the song enough times, you hear it enough times, it drives you crazy.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, I'm going to have to listen to the soundtrack once it's available.
Yeah. I will say I didn't like Dancing Through Life, the song part, but the performance, I think, was probably one of the best in the movie. Yeah. So I'm very conflicted on it. But I think it's just because that's probably the song I listen to the most that I like to sing along to. And I feel like they changed it a lot from the original cast recording. So it was hard for me to get on board with it. But maybe once I listen to it more, then I'll like it.
Did you have people singing along in the theater?
Oh, no. God, no.
Yeah, ours was silent. Although someone brought their 4-year-old or something, I would say, which you had talked about not being able to do with your niece and nephew, and that kid was loud.
Wow.
It didn't ruin it for me, and everyone was really good about it, but like, come on.
4-Year-Old is crazy because plus it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, and we were in a 6:30 p.m. showing on a Monday evening. It's like,
Yeah,
10 a.m. on a Saturday, that's the kids' show.
agreed. Was there any things that you didn't like or thought were weird choices?
Well, okay, the thing that I thought was so funny is like literally the opening shot is uh Elphaba's mom giving birth, and it's a bear, a big old bear who's very realistic, like being the nanny. And then what was the animal who was giving birth? The doctor?
The doctor? I don't remember.
It
Like a
was giving
badger or
like
something?
goat. No, I think it was more like goat. I think it was goat, but it was certainly four-legged large animal vibes. And so you just have a human woman giving birth with her husband to the left, and then her legs are spread open, and it's a goat looking at.
It, it is strange. In the stage play, like, the animals are more people-like.
Yeah,
Um,
it makes sense. But it was very funny and interesting with the animals. But oh my god, it was so sad when they caged the baby lion.
I know. It was...
And that's how we get the cowardly lion, I learned.
You really got a good education here.
Yeah, I learned a
That's
lot.
your one beef with the movie, though, is the animals in the opening.
No, I don't really have any beef. I really liked it. My only beef, I think, is like the Madam Morrible issue.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Bowen was a very good Fanny.
Oh my god, yes, I wanted more Bowen.
Yeah, he was really good and really funny.
Every time he was on screen, it was a great moment, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Who played the other friend, the blonde one?
I don't know.
Yeah, she was good too.
That's not my culture. But
yeah.
she was fun also.
Should we do like W and L of maybe like the movie experience? It can be anything.
Okay, so, well, I get to give my other criticism, which maybe that's just my L.
Only you can decide.
This is very, like, end of the movie spoilery, so if you don't want to hear that, too bad. In Defying Gravity, like, before Cynthia does, like, the ending riff of the song, they had, like, all these other shots of people just, like, looking up at the sky or, like, whatever they were doing. And then Cynthia just flies back to the edge of the tower and then just, like, goes, ah, at them. And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, why would she just fly up and do that and then, like, fly away again? I didn't like that.
Wasn't she trying to get Glinda to come with her one more time?
No, it's like, in the original stage show, like, the song is, like, basically, like, building to that moment. And, like, the chorus people are singing. They're like singing like get her and whatever, and she's like bring me down, whatever, and then it's like building up, and then she does that huge riff and it's the end. And then in the movie they like basically stop the song right before the riff and then have these like 15 seconds of other shots, and then she gives the riff. And I thought it like destroyed all of the emotional buildup and momentum of the song.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know if I remember all of that.
Well, maybe you fell asleep.
No, I was awake, but I don't know. I think we processed it differently.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, that's your L.
How about you?
My L is that the movie theater was very crowded. They were doing like Wicked pre-screenings. They were doing Gladiator 2 pre-screenings. And then there was some weird like old Batman reunion showing, so the theater was packed, and we were gonna eat dinner there, and the only real like dinner thing was chicken tenders, and they were out of chicken tenders.
Wow.
So
you
my
got
dinner
played.
I got played.com. So that's my L. I had to eat. I mean, I had mozzarella sticks, which I enjoy, but that's not a dinner food. That's an appetizer.
Agreed.
Chicken tenders could also be argued, but it's different.
Yeah, I would eat chicken fingers for dinner. So
yeah, absolutely. And your W?
My W, I don't know. I think my seats were great. It was probably the W. And I
Oh,
was really
you did
worried
have
about
good
other people
seats.
singing. Nobody sang. So I feel like I was really worried other people were going to ruin my experience. And that didn't happen. I was very impressed with them. So that's my W.
That's huge. My W is that the movie was great. Because I was worried just because there's been so much hype and so much press. Um, and like everyone has said it was good. So I was just like a little nervous that I wasn't going to like it and then would feel nervous being the only one being like, Wicked's bad. But Wicked was great.
I think I had like pretty high expectations, but I would have been like satisfied with like an SNL skit version of just Cynthia and Ariana singing the songs. Like I would have been happy with just them doing that. So having gotten what we received is like a blessing. I don't know. Like I truly it really exceeded all my expectations in a way that I can't believe is true.
That's amazing.
Like after the opening song, I leaned over to Ruben, my husband, and I said, like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of the movie because I am like in shock of what we just saw already.
Yeah, it was just so beautifully shot. And the budget, like the way that, I mean, just all the sets and the scenes are so deep and rich and just gorgeous. It's like they put
Yeah, the set
money into it.
design, the costume design, I thought was great. It was just really fun. Like I can't remember the last time there was a movie like this that like really tore it up. I don't know.
Yeah, a movie to bring the country together.
I mean, like Barbie, I guess was kind of like that, but to me, this feels bigger.
Yeah, I agree. Although we'll see. Because it was so funny at work yesterday. I was like, oh my God, you guys, I saw Wicked last night. Not a single person cared.
I
So
know
then,
that's been my experience.
yeah, so then I was like, oh my God, is this movie gonna flop? And only I'm in my liberal elite coastal bubble of gays that care?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
mean, the good news is part two's already filmed, so we're gonna get
Yeah, we're getting it.
it. Although, would I be happy without part two? Like, I could survive without part two, I think. Although I
It
shouldn't have
sounds
said
like
that, but
I have a lot more to learn, so I'm gonna need to see part two.
okay. Well, I don't really remember all that happens in part two, but
Well, also, each of our tickets was like 26 fucking dollars, so I don't think it's gonna be that hard for them to make up all that money.
I don't know. They spent a lot on marketing, so
Yeah, there was even like Wicked cocktails, which everyone was getting.
okay, that irritated me because why were they light up in a movie theater?
Oh my God, the people at the cup department are not talking to the people at the movie department.
Well, I will say one funny thing that happened to me is after the movie ended, the lady in like a seat, a couple next to me, like leans over to me and she goes, "We saw the original cast on Broadway when it came out."
Like, okay,
I was
bitch,
just like,
you're old.
right. And then the lady next to her was like, "Yeah, exactly 1 year ago to the day." And I was like, what? And she goes, "No, 21 years ago, you dumb." And she's like, "Oh, you're right, yeah." And I just leaned over to Ruben and I was like, "I know she's been dying to tell us that since the moment we sat down here."
Yeah.
She
Oh my
couldn't hold it
God.
in.
That's hilarious. Oh, the other amazing thing, the Kristen Chenoweth and Idina getting a
Yes.
full song and like really getting their moment and killing it. Like that was fun and exciting to see. And I didn't know it
It
was
was,
happening.
yeah, I was just surprised. It was really funny to me when they like went away and then they popped back up again and they're like, "We're still here." What did you think of Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, good. I thought he was good. It's tough, of course, because he's playing a bad person, so I have a hard time respecting him.
I see. Yeah, I thought he did a good job. Like, I thought it was a good fit, actually. Because when they first cast him, I was surprised. I was like, that's weird. But I thought he did a good job with the character.
Yeah. No, he was a very good casting choice. I did think he did a good job overall.
He got me to pay attention to Sentimental Man, which is the song that I think most people agree is the worst one. And I always skip it on the soundtrack or the cast recording. So
Yeah.
he did that. I'm on board.
That makes sense. I guess we'll see. Well, do you have any final thoughts?
Only that I am definitely going to go see it again. Maybe 2 more times. I don't know. That's how good I thought it was.
I think I'll see it again too. But it'll probably be in like a family holidays context. Yeah,
me too. Like the last time I did that was probably like, okay, so I saw Arrival twice in theaters, which I stand by that.
Which movie even is that?
It's with Amy Adams, and she got snubbed for the awards, but I think it might actually be my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
But before that, it's probably like
I've never
Harry
seen it.
Potter. Oh, you should. It's a must-see. She slays. And I cry. It's also a movie that, like, I feel like you have to watch twice.
If you watch Evita, I'll watch Arrival.
Bet.
Ball's in your court.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Okay. I'll see it again. What would you give it out of 10?
Oh, I would give it a 10 out of 10.
I would give it 9.5.
I'd give it 4 out of 5.
I'd give it 3 out of 10.
I would give it a 9.5 out of 10, but like it deserves the 10.
I just really didn't like Madam Morrible. I really thought it was like not well.
Well, we've already decided like that's a you problem, not a movie problem.
Yeah, but this is my rating.
Well, you got me there.
Well, go see Wicked. It is out now. We recommend IMAX.
Oh, I definitely do.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We have our regular episodes come out every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and YouTube. You can follow us there under Baby That's Kant. We're also on TikTok and Instagram with the same. You can follow me on Instagram at Jojo Patron or at Queen Kip on Instagram.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Hey, Kip, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. How are you? I just want to say, good morning, Vigilant. How's that? Okay, well, I just want to say happy birthday. And this is from your best friend, Wes, not Joey. And I just want to talk about how amazing you are and your awesome appearance on HSN. Yeah, Wes told me about your iconic hair, your infectious laugh, and what a great person you are. So I hope you have the best birthday, and I hope all your birthday wishes come true. All right, Kip, see you later.